Currently in our area, 76 degrees under sunny skies. Today, lots of sunshine. High 83. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 59. Winds light and variable. Saturday, generally sunny despite a few afternoon clouds. High 84. Winds light and variable. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This is Weather Center Live in the lab. Good day to you. I'm meteorologist Maria LaRosa.
And I'm meteorologist Reynolds Wolf.
On this Friday, August 7th, a lot to cover for you. We're here to keep you ahead of all the storms, keep you informed, and here with us to help along with that is our meteorologist Jessica Arnoldy.
Yeah, we have more southeast severe today with warnings already popping, so keep an eye on those.
And those storms tearing across the country.
Oh my God, Cindy, it's coming right for us. Let's go. Oh my God. This is scary.
Yeah, it certainly is. That is one of 5 tornadoes that hit parts of Minnesota, even into the deep south, namely Alabama, injuring at least 5 people. And we're going to break down the threat today and who it could impact as we ease into the weekend.
Sodalore nears landfall. Once the strongest storm on Earth for 2015, the powerful Category 3 storm still packing winds up to 120 miles per hour. Our experts are tracking its path as it sets its sights on Taiwan.
And then we get the extreme heat. Yeah, lasting for days across parts of the southern plains where they're baking in triple-digit temperatures. Heat indices soaring as high as 115 degrees. Now, is there an end in sight to this hot streak? We're going to time it out. That next on Weather Center Live. My goodness, listen to that. I mean, it's some scary stuff that you saw there. The surf pounding the coast of Taiwan as this massive typhoon, Sador bears down. The people are already feeling its fury. You've had massive waves. You have incredible flooding. It is the strongest storm on the planet, expected to intensify as it makes landfall later this afternoon. Maria, we're talking wind speeds over 100 miles per hour.
And unfortunately, Reynolds, we're getting more news in right now. Reuters is reporting that 2 people have died from the typhoon and 1 person has gone missing in choppy waters off the coast of Taiwan's northeast coast. We have in-depth coverage on this dangerous storm. That's coming up in a few minutes with senior hurricane specialist Brian Norcross. Now, meanwhile, in Alabama, we have some breaking news here as well. The National Weather Service now confirming a tornado that hit during the overnight hours last night. And this happening in Troy, that's southeast of Montgomery, caused serious damage. And you can see with that nighttime threat, just so scary. We're hearing reports too, at least 5 people injured, trucks, tractor trailers flipped over, emergency managers on the scene today, combing through all of that damage. Again, a lot of aftermath and a lot of cleanup this morning. Here's another view of it. Debris scattered inside and outside this storefront. A Walmart also suffered damage with its ceiling destroyed. So far, at least 5 injuries reported. I want to give you a recap of what it looked like coming through. And you see 10 o'clock last night. So the sun is down, everyone's at home. And you see Troy right there and towards the center. And there's the report, but you see all that notch. Just as that storm was coming through, that's kind of where we think that tornado was, and now confirmed by the National Weather Service. It was in, it was out, and Reynolds, at this hour, no word on the rating of the tornado, but obviously not important to the people who had all that damage done.
Absolutely, it's cleanup time there, and I'll tell you, we're going to go from that shot to this one. Take a look, Savannah, Georgia. Yeah, you see the Savannah River, the beautiful expanse, and I'll tell you, gray skies, and later on today, you're going to be in the red zone for severe storms, possibly up to 2 inches of rain possible, and at the same time, you've got the threat of some very, very strong storms, damaging wind, maybe even some hail, and we're going to let you know that certainly could put your Friday fireworks at risk for the evening. That is supposed to happen at Riverfront Plaza right at 9:30 p.m. So again, could be kind of dicey. Let's take a look at the dicey situation we have in terms of the rough weather. You see the severe possibility of thunderstorms, spotty hail. The darker shade is where you have the best chance, which extends through the natural state of Arkansas, through parts of Mississippi, Alabama, into Florida, and even into portions of Georgia. Now, we already see quite a bit of convection popping up, a lot of rough weather that's been popping up across parts of north central Mississippi, now moving into Alabama. And wouldn't you know it, look at that. That's where we have our severe thunderstorm watch that will be in effect until 5 o'clock this evening. So anyone taking the drive on parts of 59, I-20, I-22, be ready for it. Here it comes, folks, incoming. It's already made its way through Oxford, through Tupelo, on its way to Columbus. And I'll tell you, as we make our way through the afternoon, you're only going to see more of this. More showers, more storms. And again, usual suspects. Heavy rain could occur. Flooding, probably not the biggest issue, but hail, damaging winds, and maybe tornadoes could all be on the menu for today. In Jacksonville, your menu is going to have the cloud cover, but then later on today, you're going to have the cloud cover, the daytime heating. Notice we're getting into the 90s, and that could help spark up some showers and storms by 4 p.m., by 6 p.m., more the same, even by 8 p.m., Maria. The hit or miss storms may all be popping up, and I'll tell you, it's going to be a good part of the Deep South dealing with this rough weather. The unstable air mass is in place, so we have all the elements for this to occur.
All right, good heads up for the weekend, Reynolds. Thank you so much. But we want to talk more about one of our big weather stories right now, and that is Typhoon Salvador, and bringing in hurricane specialist Brian Norcross to talk more about that. And we're starting to hear, unfortunately, you know, the damage reports, but also, unfortunately, deaths from the storm. And we're still several hours away from landfall.
Yeah, the deaths actually happened yesterday.
Okay.
Well in advance of the storms, which often happens. You know, the energy from the ocean gets so high, and people think the storm's still way out there. Yeah. And unfortunately, these people went down near the coast and apparently got swept away. I think we're hearing about it today because they were looking for them.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So anyway, we heard that they were actually missing yesterday. And the Joint Typhoon Warning Center is estimating 120 miles an hour on this typhoon as it's coming in. Now, it may weaken very slightly, but it looks like it is going to come ashore as a Category 3 storm. And it's a huge storm. And there's the island of Taiwan there. And look how big that circulation is. And it's moving along west-northwest of 12. So it looks like that will come in now early evening East Coast U.S. time, or early morning, there 12 hours later, early morning Saturday their time. There is the typhoon. This is the China coast, and Taiwan is under there. So this is an incredible high-resolution picture from a Japanese satellite called a Himawari satellite. And this is the technology that we'll have in the U.S. in a couple years. When GOES-R goes up, we'll get this technology. For now, we only see this through the Japanese. You can zoom way in incredible detail and incredible frequency of these pictures. Here's what the computer analysis is of the wind, and you see where the kind of bluish color is up in here. Those are estimating 100 miles an hour or more. So that's the part. So when this comes into the coast somewhere like that, that's going to be kind of toward the northern end of the island. And these Japanese islands up here, we're not getting any observations out of any of them now. The winds peaked 89 miles an hour, up in that range, before the instruments failed or the power went out or whatever happened.
Okay.
So we don't know. These are the readings we are getting off Taiwan. You see in Taipei, which is around behind the mountain, it's gusting to 54. So they know it's there in Taipei, right? Although we saw a video that buses are still running and things are still going there.
You mentioned that they do have the typhoon holiday.
Typhoon holiday, which closes everything. Now, that's what they call it. I mean, this happens so often, they call it a holiday of all things. But here's the big deal with this. It's the rain. So here we are now. This incredible rain's already falling there in the northern part of the island, up by a place called Yilan, up in the mountains above Yilan. And look at that, where that intense rain is. This is how much rain is falling at a particular hour. This isn't a total. And it just keeps raining and keeps raining in that same place, because that's where it comes in. These are the places we're going to hear about: Yilan, and outside of Yilan, and Hualien. That's where the core of this, the heaviest rain, is going to be up in the mountains, and it's going to run down to the coast. So as we get these reports in, that's where we have our spotters: Hualien, Yilan, in that general area in Taiwan.
Okay, Brian, thank you.
You know, we do have boots on the ground, and the guy is wearing them. The storm chaser Josh Morgan. He's going to join us live from Taiwan within the next 30 minutes as the system comes closer.
Also ahead, more on today's severe weather here back in the U.S. and who can see potential wind damage and heavy rain.
This program brought to you by Citgo. Learn about Citgo Coastal Restoration at citgocaringforourcoast.com.